Yeah, so you want to date a millionaire, you want to date someone who is a billionaire, or you want to date someone who is making crazy money. Yeah. So that has been covered in my book, Dating and Sex, and I'm going to just tell you and share with you a piece of what it means to date a millionaire. Okay? And let's not get this wrong. If you're dating a millionaire, you definitely you're going to have to do certain things. You're going to put in the work. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and just tell you. Let's go back here. Yeah. So just in case you want to date a millionaire, as a person, I fall in love with two wealthy women. And if you've read my book, the one I wrote with my wife, Helen, Against All Odds, you must have come across this lady's name. She was a single mother. She had a lot of cash, and she wanted me to, get married to her. But I was still trying to find out a lot of things about myself, so I declined. But she was really amazing during the time we were dating. And the second person was the founder of a non-profit in Nigeria, and she was heading to Canada for a master's degree. Okay, I I fell in love with her, but somehow I couldn't keep up. I couldn't get to see myself being in a long distance with somebody in Canada and I'm in Nigeria, right? But these were really, really, like really, really wealthy ladies. Okay, so yeah, I've got the experience. I'm going to share that experience with you. And I know that for the guys out there, you want to be hanging out with wealthy ladies, and for the ladies, you want to be hanging out with wealthy guys. So this book, you just have to get it. Okay. And before you go ahead, if you're really worried about dating a millionaire, you need to know that there are two questions you have to ask yourself. So it's either you are a millionaire yourself, you are a wealthy person yourself, and you want to connect with someone who is as wealthy as yourself, or you don't want the struggle love or the struggle relationship. You don't want to date people who will remind you of the fact that poor. Okay, so Forbes magazine, which was quoted by Today in 2011, said that there's a paltry 946 billionaires, 946 billionaires in the entire world. So if you are one of these persons admiring this photograph, this amazing ride, this private jet, just know that there is an approximate number of billionaires, and the number, according to Forbes, is 946. Okay, so what is that? Most of them are currently married. Should this discourage you? So basically, there are just a few steps. Step one: don't be ignorant. A millionaire is most likely to get attracted to a lady or a man who is compatible with his or her sense of value. You will need to refine your language to suit a millionaire's interests. Okay, you are going to meet this millionaire, and the guy or the lady or the woman or the old man is speaking a lot of tech language, is using industry related language to communicate, and you want to pique the person's interest. You run into this person, you don't go saying basic things. You have to speak that language. You have to research. You have to make your research on what would actually get this person interested in talking to me. To imagine a tech guy and a tech lady, or a tech guy who's a millionaire and a lady who doesn't know much about. I'm using tech anyway because you can use real estate, you can use top companies we have billionaires from. So, and then this lady comes over and wants to have a conversation, and she goes all the way, oh, Mr. Days, you're talking trash. You don't know what he's saying. But by the time you begin to ask specific questions, hey, I discovered that there's a new way of coding. You want to talk about Python, you want to talk about um, uh, SQL, you want to talk about, oh, I think I'm doing well because I know a bit or two about tech now. So you want to talk about Power BI, you want to talk about Excel, advanced Excel sheets, you talking in a language, okay? So it's like pitching. This thing you dating a millionaire or someone who's quite wealthy, it's like pitching. You have to use the right language that is empty of ignorance. Okay, so that's the first one. All right. Okay. Yeah. It's got hooked at one point. And the second one is you have to be business conscious. So how do you think these folks got their money? You know, when you get to talk with an epitome of wealth and you don't care to know about the source of that wealth or even how to increase the wealth or share opportunities for that wealth to increase, do you think that person will be interested in you? So you go meet this guy who's making tons and tons of millions of dollars and you're not interested in what the person is doing. So we know the story of Bill and Melinda Gates. Uh, Bill Gates was like a great guy. Microsoft, we know him as Microsoft, and we also know that Melinda had worked with him at one point in time. So they got married 27 years, you know. So I'm using them as example. They, she knew how Bill Gates got his money, okay, and she probably picked his interest one way or the other, and they got married, the power couple as they call them. I think it's the same thing. It cuts across every other billionaire you know or millionaire you know. There's always somebody that they get attracted to, someone who cares about how they got their money. Number three, don't hate politics. Oh my god, I remember talking to a lady in Kaduna a few many years ago. She was really brilliant, and then in southern Kaduna Nigeria, I asked her why are you not using your skills and talents and making them to be useful in the government? And she went, "Oh my God, I hate politics. God forbid. These people have been killing my people. They don't care about us. They don't, I'm like, wow. I didn't continue that conversation because I felt that she had an ignorant problem. She had a poverty kind of ignorance. You know, I don't know how to put it, but I was mildly infuriated. But the truth is that you need to learn how to love politics. If you must hang out with certain groups of persons that are really wealthy. You know why? Because these guys pay tax to the government. Every government policy affects them one way or the other. The person who is sending in cars from the US or from Germany into Nigeria or into any other country you're watching this from would definitely have to pay tax. If the government cuts off subsidies, it was going to affect a lot of wealthy people. If you have a lot of competition, you have Dangote Cement, for instance, you have someone who's coming up to compete furiously with Dangote, is going to do um, some politics. All right. So you need to learn how to show interest in politics. And to be really honest with you, one of the ways you can pick the interest of someone who is quite wealthy in the community and who is doing something incredible, I mean, with some is to be really vocal and opinionated about your interest in politics. If you have volunteered before, let the person know. If you are concerned about how things are going on in your community, you let the person know. These are things that say, oh wow, she knows or he knows. Okay. Then number four, learn how to volunteer at events. Okay. When you volunteer at events, and I'm not talking about not just any kind of events, those free ones, you go party with your friends, dance, drink, break bottles, laugh, and off you go. I'm not talking about this ones. I'm talking about really researching about top-notch events. Top-notch events. I wrote about my experiences when I was performing at Abuja. I saw a couple of beautiful, young, talented ladies. Oh my God! If I was interested in dating any of them, they were really looking wealthy too. Looking wealthy, different from they're actually wealthy, but the presentation, I met a lot of young, amazing ladies, amazing women who were actually wealthy. Okay, they spoke about their business, and they spoke about things they were doing. They were beautifully dressed, sophisticated ladies at that event. Okay, so I asked a lady who came all the way from Niger State. I asked her, "Why did you come for this event?" She said she wanted to connect with people. She wanted to volunteer. She wanted to meet people. And this event was in Abuja. It was really amazing to know that. And I'm sure she did connected with people. She was looking gorgeous. Man. Okay, so that's it. You need to learn how to volunteer. Okay, it's a guy as a lady, volunteer. Get prepared. So you want to date someone whose amen and amen is all about money or value increment, and you are not even prepared. So by becoming prepared is you simply need to be who you want to attract. You need to learn how to pamper yourself. When you are going out for dinner, you need to learn how to eat like a wealthy person. You need to learn how to use the napkin for goodness sake. You need to learn how to use fork and knife. You need to learn, oh my God, you need to learn. You need to learn how to say thank you to the waiter or waitress. You need to learn how to look through your menu, open them, and request for things. You don't go there if you're Nigerian. You don't go asking for akpu the way you ask for akpu in local restaurants. Okay, you need to take care of yourself. You oh, I wish you can get this book. All right, you can get this book, put it across, look at this thing, and so I remember a time ago I went with a lady to a particular restaurant in Abuja. And when the menu was brought to her, she she told me, "Come on, let's leave this place. Your food is too expensive." I stared at her and went back to the menu, and I was like, "Wow, I am the one who invited you out." Okay, I said this inside anyway. I was the one who invited you out. I knew this restaurant was expensive. I needed the treat. I needed the understanding. I needed the feeling this place gives to me. So how dare you tell me to stand up and leave? It was quite funny, really. It was. Okay, so you see, most millionaires are aware that that restaurant he or she is taking you to is insulting. The least you can do is to show without pretense that you appreciate the effort and comfort. All right, but before you need to get to this level, you need to maybe go read about local restaurant, continental bars, Chinese restaurant, African bars, exotic bars. Oh my God, they said Google is a gold digger's friend. They say, so go find out what their businesses, hangouts, pets, favorite philanthropies, artists, music, and of course, vacation spot. Find out these things and go to those places. If there's a golf club in your area, try to visit a golf club or a tennis club or a basketball court. Not the ones you have little boys going there to play, but really uh, uh, crazy, bastardly rich guys going there to have fun, to unwind, rather. Number six, impress with your dressing. If you want a man who is a sharp dresser or a woman who is a sharp dresser, please wear the latest in fashion and knows how to pair one designer with another. In fact, If you check my Instagram, I have a few blogs, fashion blogs, a few follows of fashion magazines. I follow these guys to understand the trend of things. I'm on top of my game when it comes to fashion. I know the names of particular dresses and I use those names. I don't call dresses like men do, that white dress, that yellow dress. You call their dresses by their names, all right? I studied this thing as a writer myself, and if I'm writing creatively, I try to use this. It's the same thing with Mary Kay, all those stuff. You need to learn how to shop and dress wisely as a lady. Okay, learn to know how to walk into an event dinner with someone who dresses sharply. No millionaire, no wealthy person, no wealthy person would walk down to you in any event with you looking dressed rubbishly. Okay, and then we have the last one here. You have to get proactive. Okay, if you want to marry a millionaire, you need to position yourself to be found. For goodness sake, you don't go to the church or to an event center and you sit at the back. And when everyone is done, you pick uh, uh, whatever bag you came up with and you are off. You go. Okay, you need to learn how to interact. You need to learn how to connect in social gathering. You need to learn how to attend lunches and also dinners at places your ideal man or woman would frequent. You need to leave your neighborhood if it demands so. Okay, and you need to even leave your home if you have access to these places. Please move. Okay, but of course, you cannot stalk in some places, it's a crime. All right, so guys, those are the seven tips or seven hows of dating a millionaire. Just in case you want to date a millionaire, try out this stuff, man. Try out this stuff, and I'm pretty sure from my experiences and experiences of people you are going to read about in this book, they are definitely going to be on the right path. So if you are watching this from YouTube, please subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you are watching this from Facebook, from Instagram, from anywhere else, please drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about the content of this book. And if you haven't got your copy, please do get your copy. Okay? Thank you so much.